Hi guys, so warning, the related content may be disturbing for some individuals. Also, this video contains super awesome content not suitable for people who don't enjoy super awesomeness.
So,
viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah.
Hey.
Let's go over to those other places if you got it. I don't know.
What's up, guys? How's it going? We're gonna let some people trickle on in here.
Connor!
Hey,
Hello.
Mikey! Hey, Connor!
Hi, Mikey!
What's up?
What's going on? So tonight, yo, Delphine, tell them what we're doing, huh? Yo, dog. Dog. Tell them what we're doing tonight, Delphine.
Well, dog.
Dog.
We're gonna be talking
Just
about.
call me Doug.
Yes. We're gonna be talking about if we were serial killers, what would our MO be?
MO.
And this is all hypothetical. This is not
Hypothetical.
real. We would never actually murder people. Okay?
Yes.
So, thank you so much. What's up? What's up?
Kisa!
Hey, Kisa!
What's going on?
Hey, dead guy, want to go drink a beer?
Yeah, I'm about to.
Hey.
I can actually do that this time.
All right, so we have no notes, guys.
No, it's literally just
We're
us hanging
winging
out.
this. Hey, Susan, thank you so much.
I just hoping that was enough.
Again.
Ooh, that is extra. That is extra. Smell that.
I'm good.
That's earthy right there.
I don't have a nose.
This is earthy.
All right, so first of all, I think we'll just do a little bit of some house cleaning type stuff. You know, we want to talk about the first annual costume contest.
And it wouldn't be the first
Woo!
costume contest because annual means a year would pass.
Because we will be doing it from now on. So first annual.
But
yes. So the submissions will start on October 1st and end on October 7th. The contest itself begins October 8th and goes through the 21st of October. And the winner will be announced on October 22nd.
Yeah!
So
if you guys want to get all dressed up.
we are great, by the way. But yeah, so the submissions will be done at psychobunnydc.com. Where did my little ticker go? Here we go. And so will the voting.
Yeah.
And the prize is actually pretty damn cool. It's going to be one of our mugs. It'll be the Zodiac one. It's going to be one of the Roots Bleed Red shirts in whatever size you need. Assuming we have it. And then it will also be a lot of Halloween swag.
Yeah!
So...
Hi, Natalie!
What's up, Natalie?
Did you guys ever know a dead guy can grow a mustache? Because it's really sticking out right now.
So, Mikey says, hey, Ma, what the fuck?
What
Ma, those winners are on TV again.
Hey,
They're
Ma.
holding a contest.
Nah. We needed a copyright contest. Nah.
Hi, Linda.
Hi, Linda. Listen, Linda. We got a good show for you tonight.
He just had to say it. Swag is candy. Well, there might be some candy in there, but there's also going to be some like really cool Halloween decor type stuff. I don't want to announce all of it because I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to get all of it, but we will have a lot in there, and it'll all be in a bucket, the Halloween trick or treat bucket. I can say that. Hi, Linda. But yes, I will put some candy in there, some of my favorites. Hopefully you guys like it.
We could. Oh god, I love See's candy so much.
Okay, that's going a little overboard.
I know. But I'm just saying, this just popped in my head. I love See's candy like more than anything. Well, not more than you, but
I'm all God.
But I love See's candy. Every time we go to the mall, we go to get See's candy. We don't really have to pay for it because people are like,
"Hi, Roberta.
Ah! Hello.
How are you?
What is?
What's what?
Oh.
Hello. Alrighty, so let's get. I love Tootsie Rolls. We're getting hints here.
Oh god, I think that's probably like the Halloween candy to get. Like if you get Tootsie Rolls, you scored. If you get full size Snickers, you score. You found a house you need to keep going to every single year. No joke.
I like trick or treating in Yorba Linda, even as an adult because they give you booze when you're an adult. A lot of the houses have their own little bars and they'll make you drinks.
A lot of the places around here, like they do that. Like you basically like they get together with like their families and stuff like that, and like they'll have the booze wagon. They have the kids wagons. The kids wagon who are too young to do anything, but they still dress them up and they put them in the wagons. And then they have the booze wagon right behind them. Just walk around the neighborhood here. It's actually really cool. It is great. So, all right. Oh, what's going on?
This is Mikey from Out of the Ordinary, and you're watching PBDC TV. Ha! I beat the voice on TV.
Mikey, can you
do it in Spanish?
Can you do it in Spanish, but for like a Saturday show, and be like, "This is Mikey for
Sábado,
on sábado. Hey, el telemundo es Mikey."
He doesn't. We don't speak Spanish, guys. I'm sorry.
I don't. But honestly, if you could do Telemundo,
Mikey does.
If you say Telemundo and then like you do everything in the Spanish accent, but then you say your name.
I think we can get in trouble for Telemundo.
Properly, you say your name properly, right? Like in English. Sábado. This is Mikey.
Yes, we are in a van down by the river, okay?
What happened? Oh, yeah.
We're totally in a van down by the river.
Someone else used to say that a lot. Someone else I knew.
Yeah, they're in the honk community. I'll just put that out there. So, what's up?
What's up there, Stephen P. Kitty Cat?
Heck yeah.
All right.
So let's.
A lot of people in here right now.
Let's do this.
So the whole premise of tonight is that we actually didn't think of anything to do, so I was sitting there going, well, we watch true crime shows all the time. We talk about true crime, and every time we're watching and talking about true crime, we
Soy Mikey de la programa Out of the Ordinary y estás viendo PBDC TV.
So yeah, we're yeah, okay, I lost my train of thought.
Sorry. So yeah, we weren't really we talked about this subject a couple days ago, or maybe a week or so ago.
Well, it's something I've actually had in my thinking of for a while is
if we were to go dark, what would we do?
Not dark.
That's dark.
If we would free ourselves as
God,
any other serial killer would say. If we would live a true free life.
Oh God, we're all going on a watch list now.
I know we are. We might as well just do this.
We're already on one, I'm sure.
We've done shows about cryptids. I mean, like say like the entire PBDC community. We've done shows about cryptids, all this other stuff. Now, Mother de la Mort does that. Mikey, we've all done shows about dead people.
We talk about necrophilia
and talk about murder, necrophilia. So we might as well actually say, how would you do it? So, if you were, quote unquote, a serial killer, what would you do? So,
what to do? Watch list. All right. So, God, you burped. Gosh, I had to think about that. So you go. You start.
Okay. Now that I put some thought in this, because I've theoretically speaking, we're talking about tentacle porn tomorrow. I am taking tomorrow night off to watch your show, definitely then. But theoretically speaking, you would actually start off what would your childhood be like? You know, kids don't do this, yeah. So,
What do you mean, what would your childhood be like?
well, in order to be a serial killer, you would actually have to have that childhood. You have to have that messed up childhood, or you could be the one in a million, like Ted Bundy.
I already had the fucked up childhood.
So, what would your victim set be?
Child molesters.
Okay, we'll go from there.
Okay, you really want me to start?
It's up
Why
to
are
you.
you making me start this? Okay, fine.
Because honestly, I have. The
I would
most,
be a missionary
actually,
killer.
I actually have. Well, that's the vast majority of females, though.
I would be a missionary killer. Yeah, we did run a disclaimer. We did. But I guess I should also do trigger warning. But yeah, I know the vast majority of females are mission killers. I would probably fall into that category, to be honest with you.
Well-
My main target would be child molesters. So yeah, totally Dexter.
No. So, coming from the standpoint of a serial, you'd have to actually look at your victims and stuff like that, and actually see what's the easiest victims. You know?
Well, let's be real. The people who prey on children generally aren't super massive buff, and they. So childhood, somebody that would target child molesters, they probably were molested themselves. They probably experienced that in their lives. They probably had to either deal with it as far as never saying anything, or they did go to court and were put on trial like a circus. And you had to be the main witness in the trial. This could drive people to be that missionary killer, to have that target, to know what they're looking for in a person.
Natalie brought up a good point real fast.
So that would play in with someone not being part of your inner circle, random strangers. Yes.
So, and also this actually would get to the point where, what is the triggering point and stuff like that? Like, is there someone that would possibly, because what makes a serial killer is too, actually in their head they're victimizing people no matter what they do. Someone happens to do something wrong but never did anything like that, you know.
So you have all the questions. What are your answers?
My answers are pretty fucked up, and I'm trying to actually you don't understand where I'm going to go with this, because it's Halloween, and I've thought about this a lot. Not that I've fantasized about this.
Well, anyway. So, yes, this would be somebody who would not be in my inner circle. This would be people that I learned of doing this. See, these are not fair questions.
There's no fair questions to any of this. The problem is, the thing is with any serial killer is that, with say the missionary killers and stuff like that, they actually kind of are in their inner circles. You see
Not
what I'm saying?
always.
You would actually have to know them to do it. Unless you're doing the whole Death Note thing, where you're like, well, I'm just picking them out randomly from like, you know, like news stories and stuff like that, and then going after them, you know. But for
It
the
doesn't
most,
necessarily have to be in your inner circle to have that knowledge.
that's true. That's very true. Like, for me, and this is going to be the messed up part, because you would actually be coming after me, not for the kid part of it. Fuck those people. They all need to die. But for me, it would actually be, you know what? I'm a guy. I'm just going to go to this point. You'd have to find out the most victimized people and go for them. It would be literally...
So you're going the complete opposite direction of me.
Why is it getting blurry here?
I don't know.
I'm not going... There it goes.
That was you.
If I were to do anything like that, it would be actually the whole sex worker thing. Because those people, and actually I'm bringing light to this here real fast, no one pays attention to them, even to this day.
So you're coming from the standpoint of, if you were to do this, you would be the most fucked up one you could think of. You're going from the...
Go big or go broke, baby.
You're going into the whole, I'm going into... You're going into the full, like, evil mindset, whereas I went into... I want to kill the people who are hurting the innocent.
So we basically just became the stereotypical serial killers here, because
Yeah.
you're a female, you're a missionary killer. Me, I'm a male, and I'm doing this for
Pleasure.
gratification, pleasure, and stuff like that.
Hold on. So, Natalie says, I'd also randomize the location and make sure at least one was in your comfort zone. No parameter.
Now,
No MO.
right there, Natalie brought up something actually, I would say, pertinent. Because being that we're in California, if you're going to do this, this is theoretically speaking, take them out to the Mojave. Seriously. Why would you... The problem with the vast majority of serial killers is that they actually see this and they go for it, and it's just all guts and no glory. You know, they just do it like that. No matter what, even if they planned it out, the male serial killers even if they planned it out, even if they did whatever, they're looking at it from a standpoint of, you know, I'm gonna go over here and get this person real fast because I'm on the prowl tonight. Now, then they take them over to an alleyway or whatever they're doing, because the vast majority of places there's cities, unless you're like in the south or where we're at. You know, there's a lot of open spaces over here, but you just get it done.
Hope the neighbors are starting.
They are starting. It's party tonight. They just get it done. They don't hold back and take them away to somewhere else.
So, Linda has a question. Do you, as the serial killer, watch people's behavior in certain situations? Well, you would have to observe.
You know what? Actually, if you're actually the more random you are, from everything I've read, from everything I've actually looked at on like you know, like with true crime and stuff like that, the more random you are, though, the less likely you are to be caught.
Agreed. But me saying that my targets would be molesters, I would have to put some time into learning about the person.
You know the greatest part about it, and the one I actually will give to our justice system, the people who kill molesters. Who go after them, especially the ones who've been in prison lately. We've seen news stories of them lately. They don't really get any more. They get more time added, but
They don't care.
They don't care. Like, even the justice system's like, man, good for you, man.
High five.
Cheers. Sorry,
So-
here's another life sentence, but you're going to be a king in here, buddy.
See, we are thinking from a logical CSI perspective, so we never spiral. Mikey says, I'd be the silent one. Silent but deadly?
I'd
Sorry.
be the guy who, I'd be the guy in fucking, what is that? Billy Madison. I'd be Steve Buscemi in there. When the guy called me up and said, hey man, I'm sorry for doing all this. We're like, right off the list.
Yeah, but livable location would be revealed unless they were homeless. Yes. Again, this is why homeless and sex workers are targeted so much.
Well,
Absolutely.
Here's the thing.
Because a lot of people don't. This is really sad to say, but a lot of people don't miss them.
This is what we're getting at too here with this whole episode. It's easy to go after that portion of the population.
Downtrodden, the ones
It
that are
is
homeless.
very easy.
That's why they're often victims.
They're very much victims. Yeah, and there's actually victimizers among the downtrodden too, because that's what they do.
So Mikey says, I'd go after bullies. Hey, Sherry. How
Hi, Sherry.
are you?
Haven't seen you in a while.
Kisa said, I'd go after the abusers. And that's, again, female.
That's very much a female thing right there.
We as females tend to do that. Yes. Hey, Sven.
Hi, Sven.
Yes, there is. Hi there, evil people. I read that wrong, but yes. Hi, Andy. How are you?
Hi, Andy.
And you couldn't use the internet. The research would be hard because of it. Then you have to think about travel and not leaving a trail.
Well,
it's much harder in the age of the internet. Yes,
everything
it
is much harder in this age.
Well,
even though, like, you still have the FBI stats that say there's 30 to 40 serial killers going on in the United States, even to this day, it's incredibly hard because you leave a fingerprint everywhere you go, no matter what you do.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So that's one thing that I wanted to get into too. You got to think about stuff like, as a female, or I guess even male, are you wearing nail polish? Are you wearing lipstick? Are you wearing makeup? Did you color your hair? Did any of your hair come out? What weapons are you using? So, are you using a gun? Are you using a knife? Are you strangling with ligature? If you're using ligatures, are you going to be leaving fibers behind? Are you using a metal ligature?
Are you using you actually
closed caption TV?
the thing is, though, you would want to look inconspicuous. So for me, I would have to cut my hair and all that other stuff. I would actually, because I do actually fit the inconspicuous persons. If I cut my hair, I'm a 6 foot male. Hi, Dizzy.
Hey, Dizzy.
Hope you're feeling better.
Hey, Zool.
Hi, Zool. If you're a 6 foot male between the ages, a white male between the ages of 18 and 55, you're very inconspicuous in the United States. It is very true.
Yeah, I'm pretty not inconspicuous. I'm short with big boobs,
Actually,
and I stand out.
I'm actually taller than a regular inconspicuous male. But
yeah, but like, do you remember what they used to say about the Zodiac? Well, he was 5'9", he was 6'2", he was brown hair, he was blonde hair, he was this, he was that. Nobody came up with a real
because he actually
response. Well, because I think there was multiple people.
The Zodiac was actually, there's multiple people with that behind that, but it's a little bit different with that.
But I was just trying to use that as an example as far as like how the way that they described it. Well, he's somewhere between 5'9" and 6'2". Oh,
yes.
Okay.
But if you actually wanted to like confuse people or confuse the database today, actually what your best thing to do is go from state to state. You would actually have a gigantic range around what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Shave your head, use lots of nylon, work in silence, never gloat, shut your mouth, work at night.
Actually, you don't want to shave your head. You don't want to shave your head. Because then you start looking out of the ordinary.
Oh, no.
I did it.
Oh, no.
Oh, what happened?
Sherry says that my brother's wife and little girl have the virus, so...
Ooh.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Sherry,
lots of fluids.
Lots of fluids.
And curry.
Curry.
I'm not kidding.
No, when we had it, yeah,
Thai
give our
curry.
taste back. Lots of fluids, though. Mostly the juices and stuff like that is what our doctors told us when we had it. To have to keep from the pneumonia to happen.
So Natalie says, okay, so there's this. Do like the mob, bury, you know what, in a new grave.
I wouldn't bury anybody. If I buried anybody, I would actually have shoes
Lifted shoes?
Yep.
Would change your height?
They would still get an actually kind of approximation of what height you are, though. Because there's only so much out there that's going to change your height, though. And the impressions aren't going to go down so much further in the dirt with your weight. It's just going to still go down so far, you know?
That's not what she's talking about.
Oh, what?
She's talking about it changes your height. So when somebody says, "Oh, like for me, if I wear my 6 foot or my 6 inch platforms,
my 6 foot platforms,
my 6 inch platforms, which put me up to 5'8". I'm obviously not 5'8". Well, at that point, 5'8" is pretty tall.
Lot of people in here tonight. Look at that.
Yeah, 5'8" is pretty tall for a female, actually. And so I'm very below average as far as height. But if I did that, I'd be above average. All right. Yes, we hope you're doing well, Dizzy. There's my birthday cake.
There's my birthday cake.
Who's going through? Yeah, you have to take your sickness to the grave.
That is the biggest part of it, because the vast majority of serial killers, they like to brag. Even the female serial killers, it just starts coming out. It does, because they want people to know what they're doing deep down inside. A lot of them actually want to be punished.
Get pigs. 12 pigs.
Pegs.
You know, starve them for a couple weeks, and then throw them in with the pigs. As long as you take out the teeth, the nails, and the hair.
Can I say something real fast? Buy a plot of land in the middle of nowhere. Seriously, think about this. Every city, no matter where you're at, you're always at least 20, 30 miles, 40 miles, maybe 50 miles away from nowhere. Even in Los Angeles, because you can always head out to the desert in Los Angeles as you're heading to Las Vegas. It doesn't matter where you at. Buy swampland.
I'm listening. I'm also putting comments up.
Buy swampland. Buy desert land. Just an acre. So, like, if it was me, like, I'd buy an acre. You know, outside the 395, miles off the 395, and then no one's gonna see the bonfire. No one's gonna see what's going on there, and then you just bury everything over. Theoretically speaking.
So, Kisa said, I'm upset my dad fell down. He's okay. Got skinned up, but nothing's broken. That's good. I'm glad nothing's broken.
I'm sorry.
I'm glad he's okay, too. So, shaved my head once in a while, but... Which is why you would use nylon stockings or a nylon catsuit. Yes, because you don't want the skin cells to come off. It's better that you know what is never found. Jimmy Hoffa. Whatever happened to Jimmy Hoffa?
Oh, we need to do commercial fast.
Not quite yet.
Not quite yet.
But yeah, I guess we could do a commercial really fast. We will be
right back.
Right back.
This is Mikey from Out of the Ordinary, and you're watching PBDC TV.
Oh, hi! First thing in the morning, when I'm listening to music and getting a little bit of time for some creepy research, I'm always representing with my PBDC merch. What a better way to have a cup of coffee in the morning.
Don't forget to check out our other cool merch at rootsbleedred.com. That's rootsbleedred.com.
This is Professor Edgar Fluffosaurus from Spooky Tales with Steve the Cat, and when I'm not hosting Monster Chat or knocking down small Japanese cities, I'm watching PBDC TV. Now back to the show.
Hey, we're back!
What's up? Alright, so, for the record, I was just joking around referencing Snatch.
I love that movie, though. I absolutely
love that movie. And yes, actually, we did a show on Willie Picton
go and look
recently.
At it. It's actually, go check it out, Sherry. It's actually really, we did, what, 3 parts? Or 2 parts?
I don't even think we did 2.
No, I think we did 2.
I thought we just did 1.
I don't know. No, I think we did 2. I think we did a Saturday and a Sunday.
Oh, that's
Or
right.
Friday and Saturday. Or Friday and Sunday. It's pretty good. Yeah.
All
Willie
right.
Picton is definitely one of those ones. And that's the one they actually brought up in there. If you actually around my age, 40 or older, there's a good chance you, and especially if you live in like the northern part of the United States, in California, Montana, whatever, you've had people.
We're not northern.
Yes, we are.
No, we're not.
We are not Southerners. I'm kidding.
Anyway, so Sven says chop onions in small pieces, put it in a bowl, cover it with plenty of sugar, then wait some hours, then drink the sweet onion juice. But all right, Vitamin Bomb Deluxe recipe from my granny. Thank me later. All right,
Oh, I think, is he talking about the...
for the girl being sick, the people that are sick.
That's right.
Um,
That's actually a common thing.
goats mostly eat grass.
Can I say something today real fast?
Go. Are you going to say it?
So, I picked up food from
The bodies of chaos are coming for you. The bodies of chaos are coming for you.
Good morning.
and the cinnamon and the meat was actually pretty tasty.
Natalie. Oh shit, these guys again.
Oh man.
Bobblehead monsters.
Well,
Hey Joshua.
Hi, Joshua. So we're talking, your MOs and stuff like that, right? What do you do? What's your excuses when you get caught? If you get caught.
Well, we haven't even gone through like you kind of jumped a few things here.
This actually is going to set things up. So we haven't gone through what?
We were talking about childhood. We started talking about so I said childhood trauma.
We can get into berserk mode.
You didn't talk about what you thought would be like the childhood background for your imaginary serial killer here.
Well, so the childhood background for my imaginary serial killer would actually be the actually good childhood. The one where your parents are actually taking care of you and stuff like that. But some bad things did happen to you from whatever from outside sources. But
Okay.
your parents did everything properly, therapy, all this other stuff, right?
Yeah.
Well, later on, you start feeling these weird urges, right? You just off urges, and you're like, I don't get this in any way, shape, or form. I don't know what's going on here,
Oh, P.S. Gasoline still works for destruction of certain evidence. At least that's what I've heard. P.S.S. Not for the you-know-what.
Gasoline can still be traced, though. I mean, not traced, but people can still tell you did something with gasoline.
Yeah, but it actually can't be traced because certain
No, you can't trace gasoline, but I mean, you can still tell that.
certain components actually are in certain brands.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Forgot what I was saying.
You were saying that your hypothetical serial killer had a great upbringing, but there was some trauma from outside sources, but the parents did things properly. Therapy.
So later on, you start feeling like the urges and stuff like that. You actually start feeling these weird things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And even though throughout your teenage years you just don't feel right. You don't feel like you fit into society. You just start listening to whatever you're doing and stuff like that. And you just later on you happen to go off and get a person who is in the sex worker business, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden something goes a little too far because they might have charged too much. They might have charged or whatever, or they might have said they're going to say something because you might be coming from a prominent family or not. And then...
Or, hell, the BDSM went a little too far.
Something along those lines because you just wanted to do it, And then all of a sudden, you just try to keep them quiet.
I'm stopping you from moving back and forth.
You try to keep them quiet, and then they die, right? But then all of a sudden, like when they die, you get a little something out of it.
Sexual gratification.
Something along those lines. You don't understand it because you're too young. You don't get it.
Too young. Wait, now you're turning into a 6-year-old who bought a hooker and you're too young?
No, I'm turning into a teenager who doesn't understand themselves, and you're too young to understand that part of yourself.
I'm like, wait a second.
Later on down the road, you were able to hide this part of yourself, and you were able to move on, and no one understood this part of it because, while you were in high school, you were being bullied and stuff like that. You're being made fun of, but no one expected you. No one thought you were going to go off and buy a person of the night and do what you're going to do, and that victim's name was just left the annals of time, right? So then you go through high school, you go through college, and your cooling off period happens, and then all of a sudden you decide something comes up, and you decide, what? I'm going to go off and get the sex worker again, another sex worker.
I'm sorry, Sven. I start killing when my milk is empty in the morning.
And then later on, you pick another person up, and you just don't have that same feeling again. It just doesn't happen. It doesn't happen in any way, shape, or form. Well, then later on, you try another one, and you're like, what was the missing component of it? You remember your hands around their throat. And you're like, I'm just going to play around. I'm just going to try something. And the lady's like, no. $5 more, $10 more, $20 more, or whatever it is. Okay. You're like, that's fine. Well, then all of a sudden you're squeezing a little too hard. Your thumb's in the right spot at the right time. And you feel the pop. And they die.
The hyoid?
And then all of a sudden, you knew what you were missing. You knew what you were feeling. And you knew what you were going to do.
Wow, you went, wow.
I told you I could write a story.
Anyway, you kind of went further than the question asked.
I'm a very much big fan of Richard Lehman.
So, let's get to some of the comments here, which I was trying to do. Y'all remember the show killer who would grind his victims and make sausage with them? No.
Is that Dahmer?
Well, Dahmer. Natalie's laughing. Oh yeah, we went. That lady, Mrs. Grossman, creeps you out. I like her. So, are you?
I read it.
People like Jack the Ripper.
Are we like Jack the Ripper? No, because Jack the Ripper actually wouldn't exactly be. We're not like that. This is all hypothetical, theoretical speaking, like that. Because
this is just.
We've had a few. We've done shows for about 1.5 years, 2 years now
About serial killers.
talking about serial killers, and we've always, like we said before, when you're watching true crime, everyone thinks of it. Everyone thinks, "What would I do?" Everyone, when you're envisioning, "What would I do if I was a serial killer trying to hide the body?" You also envision. I'm sorry, it's messed up, but you go back and you're like, well, if I was doing this is my victims, these are people I'm doing all this other stuff.
So, Natalie says, but what would cause your wall of morality to not stop those urges if the parent was good parents? Then you'd have nature, not nurture. Yes, it would be something.
You would be a psychopath.
Yeah, psychopaths are born, sociopaths are made.
The scenario I just put up actually is more sociopathic because an outside source did come in. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
Dahmer preferred the backstrap.
He did.
Yes.
Dahmer preferred the drill too.
If I had to learn to certain person initials, JB, that. Okay. Listen. If I had to listen. Okay. Who was it that said, once you kill 11, you can't stop? And the one I was talking about, the sausage, he would sell it to people. Oh.
Well, the thing is what I was getting at with you feel the pop in your thumb or whatever it is. You feel the death entering their body, the life leaving. That's where you actually can't stop. That's because you felt the release that you finally had. And that's where these people actually come from. You feel that release and you move forward and stuff like that. You're like, okay, I know what I need to do. And I know my victim base, So I'm going to go this route. And then you just keep going and going and going. You know, because there's every single thing you read, hear about serial killers and stuff like that. There's no gratification that equals that of your first high, because it's more of an addiction than anything else. So,
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know what I was gonna say. So, Dizzy said my wife gets creeped out by my characters, but I still love her. I do chase her around the house though.
Oh, that's nice. Sorry, I got a little dark there, didn't I?
Yeah, I guess.
I'm sorry.
I'd go to Lake Placid and feed them to the gators. I want to address this one. You can use lime to clean up the mess, put the bodies in the ocean, and put it in the sea. The best way to hide someone. So the lime, that's what Gacy did.
And it didn't work too well, actually.
It did not.
The problem is the lime, it's mostly meant to get rid of the smell. It does not dissolve bodies the way people think it does.
It covers up the stench of decomposition.
And when there's too much decomposition, it just doesn't work.
But then putting it in the ocean, it's a good idea, but
Bodies float.
Sharks
don't eat all the bodies.
So even if you weigh it down, it will get torn apart and it will start.
Your best chance for anything, and again, theoretically speaking, burn the bodies out in the middle of nowhere.
Natalie says it's all about power then, yes.
It is.
You and me need to get together. Hey, Cosmo!
Hi, Cosmo! How are you?
Thank you! Look out for the Golden Hansche. Goldine. Oh. Okay. It's based on a true serial killer in Hamburg in the 70s. I'll look for it. I will look for it. Where did my stuff go? Hey, Cosmo. Hey, Cosmo. Stephen P. Kitty Cat is back.
PC was missing. Oh.
Aw.
You might want to take your PC out to the middle of nowhere. Teach it a lesson.
Yeah, the interviews from Dahmer, Ramirez, Gacy, they're interesting.
I'll say this right now.
Bundy's are kind of interesting too.
Bundy was trying to save his own life in his interviews because he did help out with the Green River Killer, Ridgway. Mm-hmm. But Dahmer was very tragic. There's only a couple serial killers I will say this is tragic, and Dahmer is one of them.
Hello, kitty cat. I don't know what gets by the luminol. Oh,
luminol?
Luminol is you spray it.
Oh.
And then you use the black light, and it'll show up through the luminol.
Bleach.
Ammonia will deteriorate the DNA of blood and semen and all that kind of stuff, but it still shows up that there is a trace amount of the blood.
But not enough. Bleach is a big part of it. The bleach will just destroy it.
There you go. Yes. Lime doesn't work. Vats of acid doesn't work. Corpses burn, but the bones don't.
Bones, well, you get to a certain temp, bones do. That's the
But you cannot build a fire outside of the kiln.
And
high enough temperatures to burn the bone down like that.
This is where I bring up my other point is land out in the middle of nowhere is cheap. Buy land out in the middle of nowhere. We are so getting dinged tonight. I'm sorry. Oh, God, we went real dark.
We?
Well,
I'm joking.
I listen to black metal and like predominantly freaking not brutal death metal. Brutal death metal is terrible. But I listen to death metal.
Brutal death metal.
It's terrible.
Are you talking about core? Deathcore?
Yeah, deathcore.
Because brutal death metal is like Cannibal Corpse.
No, that's death metal.
Anyway, a very graphic movie, ugly, dirty, in one word. A very German movie. Yeah, The Golden Glove.
What about Serbian film?
Yeah.
I still not seen that one. The house that
Every time I hear semen, I still giggle.
Semen.
You could burn it and then make pottery out of the ashes and give it to family members. I like the way you think.
You're kind of like Ed Geet.
I'm telling you, outside of pulverization, it's better the what is not found. Yes.
That's where the what needs to, like, again, buy land, just an acre out in the middle, absolute nowhere, and do your business.
I guess I am not gonna get into how I would do it.
I'm sorry. I'm the guy in this. I have to say, well, I mean,
See, I would be pure rage.
The actual, not even missionary killers, but the actual, missionary killers who have a purpose in doing what they're doing are few and far between in men. It's all, even my family has
Says I have a twisted mind.
oh, nice. Well, you do.
We spent way too much time thinking about this. Yeah, I mean, I'm just, not gonna get to say mine.
Go ahead. Say yours. We still have time.
Florida alligators, perfect. Rar, chomp, chomp, chomp.
No, but men in this is the actual the missionary killers who have no, like the Ted Kaczynski's and stuff like that. Those are actually, that's 1 in a million with men. Men in general with serial killers are just, it's all sexual.
That's right, Dizzy. Oh, wrong one.
Burn body, grind bones. If I was to murder someone, I know
what not to do, thanks to my uncle. Yes, and I do actually know that case.
Yeah.
We got to get back with you. I'm so sorry we've been so lagging on that. It's been crazy.
Look, again, this is all theoretically speaking. This is not...
I'm completely mortified by this conversation. Now I'm going to mute the two of you so I can focus more fully on my jokes about tentacle porn.
It was bound to happen. We do a show on true crime. We might as well talk about it.
So, I'm finally going to say... I guess not. Hello in Brazil!
Thank you.
I'm still gonna do this. Alright, so as I said before, mine would be a missionary killer. My serial killer would go predominantly after people who harm children. And I would honestly go Lorena Bobbitt on it. Cut off their dick, shove it up their own ass.
What if they're females?
Cut off their tits, sew their vagina shut.
I don't know. I'd go a little bit different.
Or I could go all Cannibal Corpse on them.
I would go Cannibal Corpse on them. I'm not gonna lie. I would.
I mean, if it's female, absolutely go all Cannibal Corpse on them.
I'd go Hammer Smash Face.
Yeah. We could do that.
I would definitely... I can't say. Because that part would actually get us banned. The second song on Hammer Fast.
Yes, I know.
Tomb of the Mutilated. If you guys know Tomb of the Mutilated, the second song on there, you'll...
We're some really fucked up individuals. We're freeing our minds!
I don't think we're messed up. I actually think we're just thinking like people. Because we all watch true crime. We all listen to this stuff. We all do it. The whole reason why all of us are here is because we've seen it a million times.
Can we tape a pineapple to it, too?
Yes.
Yes.
No, we've seen it a million times. How many times have we been laying down in the bed late at night? How many times have we been laying down in bed late at night, just, watching something on, like, A&E or whatnot, and going, the next 48 or whatever that stuff, and going...
Snapped and...
That's not how I would do it. You guys are messing up. You guys, I hate to say it this way, but you guys are fucking up hard, bro.
Love some Cannibal Corpse. See, the thing is, with the burning, you can't always get... Unless you have a kiln. If you have... your own secret little crematorium.
This is where I get to, again, I keep saying it. Buy property out in the middle of nowhere. If you buy property out in the middle of nowhere, say like here in California, you buy property in the Mojave Desert. You can have bonfires. No one's going to question you out there because no one's going to see you. And then you do your thing. And then you have your skip loader right there. You just, you have to buy a skip loader too. And then you just bury it over and you walk away. Find a mine shaft.
I think we make Three from Hell look like a kid's show.
I think we just did.
Dizzy said, I lay in bed and think about my uncle and how he messed up. I'm bad, lol.
No.
No,
you're
you
not.
know what? Like I said, Dizzy, I have read that case. And I actually myself was like, oh man, this is where he messed up. And this is how he messed up. And this is why he got caught.
It's natural human curiosity to wonder what is. And yes, what keeps us in line, what actually shows us our humanity, is when we think about those things and we go, oh God, what the fuck is wrong with me?
Yeah.
You know? When I think about serial killers and stuff like that, I'm like, no, I don't ever want to impose that pain on anybody else because it's messed up. It's absolutely messed up. You know?
You never hear a serial killer talking about it before it happens.
No.
Yeah.
You don't.
So it doesn't work. There was a millionaire in Canada who had an animal incinerator, and there are still remains inside. There are still remains. And so, do you like they didn't fried green tomatoes? Secret sauce.
Oh God, I love that movie, Kisa. You're right. Man, you love the barbecue today? He's like, I love this barbecue. Fried Green Tomatoes is actually an amazing movie.
It's a great movie.
Fried Green Tomatoes is absolutely amazing. I love fried
Yummy.
green tomatoes.
Buy a vat of piranhas, some pigs, and a bottle of acid.
I mean, you'll still have human remains no matter what.
And then you'll look like me.
Because we eat some shitty shit that animals don't want to have any part of, so there's pieces of us that will still be left at the bottom of the river or whatnot.
The gist of it is, and hey Nadine!
Hi Nadine!
Love the new picture!
You're gorgeous.
Super gorgeous. You love that movie. The gist of this really is, you're probably gonna get caught, guys.
No matter what, you're gonna get caught.
I mean, I have Oh, I should not say that.
I have fantasies. No! You need help if you have fantasies.
Fantasize.
Don't fantasize. I have thoughts.
No. All right, in my defense, I'm gonna get real. I'm gonna get really real here. Hold on. I'm gonna get really real here. Really real. I have had fantasies of murdering the person who molested me as a child. Will I ever do it? No. But
Natalie's all laughing. Oops.
Fantasies are great. No. Would I ever do it? No. But I can understand the rage, and I can understand the people who have snapped to a sense.
You know,
I'll admit something that happened here because I didn't do anything wrong. There was this one time I'm driving down the street. I stopped at a red light, or I'm stopping at a red light, and that person, or at least it looked like
Dizzy.
backspace
and delete.
No, at least it looked like that person was walking across the street. For that split second, my brain went and hit the gas.
Well,
did I do it? No.
I think this is where actually with people like us who actually empathize with people and stuff like that. This is the reason why no one would ever do anything like that. The vast majority of humanity wouldn't do it because everyone does have a slight level of empathy, right? Mm-hmm. And this is where we actually, when we're listening to these stories and stuff like that, these serial killers, like Ted Bundy, or not Ted Bundy, but like like Jeffrey Dahmer or some of that, you know, or anybody who's been abused, you know, in the past, and he turned out to be a messed up killer later on. That's where we actually like kind of empathize with them, because you hear their past where they were just brutally raped or brutally molested or whatever happened to them, and then later on you're like, well, I see why they're doing this, you know, but it's not right. It's not right in any way, shape, or form.
Exactly.
You know.
Well, so Dizzy says, think the only way I'd turn into my uncle is if someone hurt my kids or my family, I'll hurt them. Yeah, I understand that. Exactly. Yes. Okay, so Natalie says, but then you eat the fish and pigs. So would that make us cannibals by proxy? Kisa says yes.
Well, today I had goat. And it was very lovely. It had cinnamon and everything in it. One of my deliveries that I went to had goat. And they're like, hey, try some goat. And I was like, I'll try some goat. And then it popped in my head was the reason why certain things are so gamey is because of what they're eating prior to their butcher.
So, Mikey says lack of empathy, sociopathic, psychotic leads to a serial killer. Not always. Not always.
I will argue on that point. I actually dare say someone like Edmund Kemper. He was very much an empath, but he turned it around and used it to his own needs, which caused him to manipulate people because he actually could understand people's feelings and he read their body language. Mm-hmm. It's one of the reasons why he was able to he was, the chick was locked in the car, locked herself in the car, with his gun, and he was able to empathize and use those feelings and take that gun from her and everything. No joke.
Natalie says, it's our moral wall that separates people who have coping skills and the ones that don't. Unless one is pushed too much, then the lizard brain takes over. Absolutely.
Very much so.
Who says we haven't eaten them already? In Utah, there's lots of closed mines never be found. Yes, true.
Utah, California,
The Adam Sandler
Arizona.
goat.
Stop staring at me.
Stuff that's happened to me as a child, I would not get revenge. I just pity the old man. I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
I can. He was a master. Kemper was a master manipulator.
He used his.
Was he a master debater though?
Yes, he was actually. Everything he did in his mother's head. Sorry, Iramatio.
So.
We hit an hour, and we didn't think we were going to have any show prep in any way, shape, or form, and we maintained a lot of people here.
We did. I forgot what I was going to say. So I guess we're going to end this with something nice.
None of this actually happened that we were talking about. That's something nice.
Oh no, what I said was real though. Part of mine, the
I'm not talking
child
about
molester
that.
part.
I didn't talk about the murders part.
So one thing that I will say that's nice is I put him in prison.
Yes.
Not a lot of people can say they did that.
No.
Now here we're going to talk about this. Psycho Bunny Death Cult presents our first annual costume contest. Submissions October 1st through 7th. Contest October 8th through 21st. Winner announced October 22nd. And you're going to want to do the submitting and the voting on psychobunnydc.com. I repeat, that is psychobunnydc.com. .com. So awesome. I'm glad that we were able to help with that.
You know, yeah, this was actually a kind of hard thing tonight because we were talking about it before, even for a second there while we're doing our makeup and stuff like that. Like, it was like, do we need to do this? Because what are we going to cause here? What's going to happen here? But, you know, everyone was actually involved, you know?
It's spooky season.
It's spooky season, and
Roses
again,
really smell like poo-poo.
again, we all think about this when we're watching these true crime shows. We all think about it. We all do think about it. But the fact of the matter is we're not monsters.
Yes, exactly.
We're humans. We care about people.
Yes, tomorrow, horror comedies, Spooky Tales with Steve the Cat.
Oh, is it Reanimate?
It's gonna be Lovecraftian.
Is it Lovecraftian?
Yay!
Yay! Anyway, thank you guys.
So
we
much.
had so many of you in here tonight. This is awesome.
We had a great time tonight. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for sharing out everything. We will be back again on Friday. And yes, Dizzy messaged me again. I'm so sorry. I've been like, woo.
We've been a little busy lately.
And so don't miss tomorrow. Mikey, are you back tomorrow?
I hope he is. I missed. There. Zoe, we all got a dark side. I hope Mikey's back tomorrow. Mikey, you better be back tomorrow.
Thank you. Mikey, are you back tomorrow? No. Okay. So we're going to be doing a rerun for Mikey, and then we are going to be, stay tuned after, or actually, well, Steve the Cat will go first, then Mikey will go second.
Whatever happens.
Tomorrow. And for more murder, join us tonight for Ghoul Radio.
Oh, the acid bath, or the acid bottle. The bottle acid. Bottle of acid. Bottle of acid. There you go. I got it right. I'm sorry.
Alrighty.
I've had a beer or two.
Well, thank you guys for joining. Oh, Mikey has a big surprise, though. So that's really cool.
Mikey's going to show off his Libido.
You were about to say it's in his pants, weren't you? Anyway.
He's going to show off the BMW.
Thank you for joining us tonight and have a wonderful night.
Peace out, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
I don't know, set the world higher. I don't want more. In my